I can't get it. Why are you exposing me like this? Like, this is not chill. No. This is terrible. I've been set up. I continue. Every time I come here, I get set up.
That's so not true.
Every time in your presence, you set me up.
I had fun. You probably didn't.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, great.
Up until like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Prep Rally, welcome to this new year of the Prep Rally podcast. We're so excited to have you here. And today we have our first guest, Will Caston, Fayetteville linebacker and future Razorback. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so I am just so excited for this season and just honestly that you're going to be part of the Hogs. I think it's just a fabulous program. It's one of my favorite programs.
Yes, it is.
And speaking of the Hogs, your dad was a former Hog. So kind of just talk to us about like that legacy growing up with that.
I mean, it was definitely there for sure, just growing up and getting to hear all the things that, he did and getting to hear all the stories I would ask him and seeing his helmet, kind of around the house and putting it on and just really trying to get an understanding of what it was like and all that it meant to him and going to all the games, hearing it from then other people, telling me stuff I've already heard. And so it was definitely really cool just growing up and being able to experience that. And growing up now, just being a legacy and kind of getting to do the same thing is definitely pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And also with Coach Lucas, who may or may not been your dad's teammate, but also one of his closest friends.
Yes.
So like you knew Coach Lucas before he became your head coach at Fayetteville.
Oh, yeah, a long time.
So what was that like just getting to know him outside of the coaching sphere?
I mean, it was definitely cool just because having somebody is doing all the things that he's done, on the football field and then off of it, but then knowing him just like on a personal level, besides all that, I'll be honest, like I didn't really even know that he was like that at football until I really got older just because I never like saw him in that light. And then just getting to kind of deep dive and understand all the things that he's done. I mean, it was so cool, but getting to know him on that personal level is important because now that it's a player-coach relationship, there's definitely a level of trust and a bond that's been built to where, it's a little bit different and special. So it's definitely been a great opportunity so far.
Mm-hmm. And knowing that you've been around like former Razorback players like your head coach, Coach Lucas, and your dad, and I'm sure many others, I mean, was it always a dream for you to be a Razorback, or what kind of made you be like, you know what, I think I want to play for the Hogs?
I mean, growing up, it was definitely like the dream, like for everybody else. And then you kind of get into high school and recruitment and kind of realize that, dreams don't always happen and there's always different things that can happen and turn out. So I think once I kind of got to high school, I started to open up a little bit and kind of explore the things. And, it really wasn't kind of a set in stone deal. I think that's kind of a perception that it was always going to be this and it was like a plan and everything, but that's just wasn't the case. And I think that once I had the conversation with Coach Silverfield, Coach Gibbs, Coach Roberts, really everybody over there, I think that's whenever I really knew that, this is where I wanted to be. Regardless of anything that's happened before, how I feel about it personally, this is where I want to be. This is who I want to play for and kind of be around. The players were all super cool. The staff's really nice. So it's definitely, after I saw that and realized that, I knew that's exactly where I wanted to be.
Yeah, and I think that's so fun because also, too, we saw a picture of you and KJ, I think, on your recruitment visit.
Oh, yeah.
And so just kind of your thoughts because he was named the starter yesterday, which is so exciting. So just how excited are you to just, play with guys like him? I mean, hopefully maybe next year, but just to see him kind of take on that role this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. KJ is a great football player, but he's an even better guy. He's funny to be around. He's very determined. His work ethic's great, He has his goals all set. He knows what he wants to do, even outside of football. I kind of spent a lot of time with him on our recruitment weekend, so just kind of get to pick his brain a little bit and see what his mindset was about football and then even off. I mean, you can tell that he was the right guy. He's a great fit. I've watched him all throughout spring ball and, kind of on social media, and he's been doing his thing. He's been throwing the ball really well. And he's a leader. I mean, the guys on offense, they revolve around him. They want to play for him, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know he'll do a great job, and I'm just excited to see it just like everybody else is.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also kind of curious to know, I mean, in the era of college football, I mean, transfers happen all the time. So I think it's very rare when you get to meet players that have been here for a while. And for players like KJ, I mean, he's been here, I think this is his third season.
Yes.
So what's kind of a takeaway from, a guy like him being like, I'm going to stay and, kind of pay my dues at Arkansas until I get to start? Like, what's something you kind of learned from that?
I think that it just kind of shows who he is as a person, but I think it also shows how special a place Arkansas is. Like, this is the place to be. You know, I know times have been kind of tough recently, but Arkansas has always been a storied winning tradition. It's been one of the all-time great programs in college football. So I think that just shows how special a place it is, and it just needs to kind of be nurtured that way and brought up, and the program has to reach that level again. I think players like KJ are exactly what you need for that, just because he's a guy that obviously loves Arkansas, committed out of high school, and has been here through the tough times, stayed when Coach got here. And I mean, he's just been so passionate and brought in. So you kind of want to look up to guys like that and kind of see what they do and try to take something from them, and then also understand that you're at a place that's so special and so important to a lot of different people. So it's just a combination of a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm. And with that being said, you going into your senior year, and you know, you have a coaching change in Coach Lucas, and then as well as a coaching change at your future school. So kind of as an athlete, I mean, how do you kind of adapt to those changes, especially in both your current and your future?
Yeah. I mean, I think you have no choice to adapt, because, you know, I think it's going to go on whether you're on board or not. So the best thing to do is to really just jump in. Obviously, you know, with Coach Lucas, having known him, it was a little bit easier to adjust and kind of get all on board. With Coach Silverfield, whenever he got here was right before National Signing Day for the 26th class, so he had to go do all that stuff, flipped 4 in-state players, all 4 stars, and then he had to go out, hire staff, get who he wanted. So it was probably about a month until I actually met him and sat down with him and had the conversation. But from the very beginning, I mean, his plan of what he wanted to do was very clear. He had a great understanding and vision for the program. All the staff, all the coaches did. So once I met with him, I was kind of messing with it just because I could see that he had a clear vision of what he wanted to do. And so once I kind of got the full picture and knew that they wanted me and I could be a part of it, I think it was very easy to jump on board with Arkansas too.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the kind of a controversial question. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. But like, we need more players like in this state to play for the Hogs. I think it's, like you said, it's always just kind of been a tradition to have Arkansas raised, you know, boys play for our team. And so I think, you know, the first week, like you were saying, Coach Silverfield was able to flip a bunch of athletes to come to Arkansas, which
Yes.
I know the state was raving about. I was so excited, and I know so many people who were looking forward to it. So, you know, when you go against some of these teams, I mean, I know you have competitors with other schools, like Fayetteville has competition, but I mean, what kind of, you know, brings you joy at the fact that, you know, hey, I know some of these schools are a competition, but I know I get to play with some of these athletes next year at Arkansas. Like, we get to become teammates next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome because, I mean, like you said, all the great Arkansas teams have had Arkansas kids. And so, I mean, I think it's such a great thing because when you speak on the competition, like, there are really good athletes in the state of Arkansas all around, all classifications. And so when you're going up against some of these guys and you're like, wow, like, they're really good. But then you're like, well, now I have to play against them. But then next year I'm with them and then they can contribute and then we can come together. Like, that's the big thing that I think was important with this class coming up, is that all the Arkansas kids, they want to play for Arkansas. They want to be a Razorback. So you take all these great, you know, players from, you know, Bryant and Fayetteville and all around, and then, hey, we all come together and then we all can turn something with our talent and our love for the state and for the Razorbacks and bring it together. I mean, it's a culmination of so much pride because, I mean, I've said it before, like, you have to, being in Arkansas, you know, the Razorbacks, it's the top, and it doesn't get any bigger or better. So we want to win. We want to be successful because we know how much it means to this entire state. So it's definitely reassuring, know that, you know, on Friday, hey, we're competition, you know, we're going to get after it, but then next year, next fall, we're going to be together. So it's definitely a nice thing to know for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that gets me so excited for the season. I don't know, because like I just remember great players like, you know, Grant Morgan from Greenwood and players like that. I mean, the Allens, all those guys, Hunter Henry, I mean, they're from our state, and some of them are still in the NFL now. So I think that just shows a testament to Arkansas athletes.
Hey, we're underrated. I'm telling you, we're so underrated, and there's a lot of us that are really good. So it's awesome.
Exactly. And so now, before we get a word to our sponsors, when we come back, we are going to play a fun game called Win or Fumble.
Uh-oh. Let's do it.
Stay tuned for that. Take control of your pests with Wes. Whether it's termites, mosquitoes, bedbugs, weeds, or lawn disease, Wes has the experience serving Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma since 2003. Book your free consultation online today at westermite.com. After all, Wes knows pest best. Welcome back, Prep Rally. We are going to play a game called Win or Fumble, where Will, you have to answer truthfully, nothing but the truth. Okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Or if you do not answer truthfully, you fumble. And fumbling means you get to do the social media video
No,
of our
no.
choosing.
Okay.
So answer truthfully,
The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
because you know how bad they can get.
Yes, I do. First-hand experience.
I just have great ideas. So I think that's what you mean.
Well, that could be a good thing and a bad thing, but
That's true.
we'll see.
I have shown you and some of the teams, some of the clips that I have saved for certain teams. So
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm answering these truthfully.
okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Question number 1. I think it starts off pretty easy. Okay. Will, you're you are pretty confident. Do you think anyone outranks you in this state in your position?
Humbly and respectfully, no. I think I'm the best in the state.
Okay. I think that's a pretty humble answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. See? That was pretty easy.
Hey, I like that. Hey, we can do that. I like that.
Yeah. Don't get too comfortable with that.
Uh-oh. Well, never mind.
Okay. FHS is notorious for playing a song called Purple Rain. If you could change the song, what would it be?
As in, like, find another song besides Purple Rain, or like...
Yeah, like after you win and they play Purple Rain, like what's the song you would change it to if you had a chance?
I mean, if I had the chance, probably Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix.
Why
You
is
know
it
what
another
I'm saying?
song with purple in
Because
it?
that's all we are, purple. But I would never change Purple Rain, but Purple Haze is the next best thing. I think they actually did used to play that. I don't know.
Purple Haze?
By Jimi Hendrix.
Dang, you out here earlier being like, I don't know who this is, and you
All
know
right,
who
that's
Jimi
different,
Hendrix
though. That's like,
is.
this is like basic knowledge, though. It's all purple round. That's all we do.
That's such cap. That's
That's
crazy.
not cap.
Yes.
When you bleed purple, that's all you know.
Home Improvement, the show we were talking about earlier, was like the same show.
Does anybody in my generation know what Home Improvement is?
I
Let me know.
guarantee you
Let me
somebody
know.
does.
Because I promise you no one knows what that is. I couldn't tell you.
Fine, I'll give you that because it's a music artist and like everyone knows Jimi Hendrix.
Exactly. It's iconic.
Whatever. It's the same. Okay. we recently had.
Oh, no. I'm not looking forward to this one. I can already tell where this is headed.
We recently had you do a couple of fun videos on our social media
Yes.
that
very
you
fun.
thought were fun.
I enjoyed them.
Yes, we're glad. On a scale of 1 to 10, how embarrassed were you, and did you think any of them were cool?
On a scale of 1, I'm going to be honest, I really wasn't embarrassed by them. I'd probably give it
Okay.
like a, well, I will, the Spider-Man one, I might give that a 4 just because I was thrown off guard. And you tricked us. You played us because I didn't know that's how that was going to head. So, but I'll give that one a 3. I'll give it a 3 just because it was
Okay.
more funny than
That's
embarrassing.
valid.
And I think, I mean, all I heard school the first couple weeks, all I heard about was Coach AI. So, I mean, I think that one was pretty good.
That wasn't even us coming up with that. Y'all came up with
Also,
that.
hey, shout out to Blake Johnson. That was his idea. I got to give it to him.
Oh, was it Blake's idea?
It was Blake's idea.
That's
so
so cute.
I think that one was just funny and hilarious. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really embarrassed by him. So I'd probably give a level of 3 maybe on embarrassment. And then I'd say the Coach Out one was pretty funny just because it was original.
Yeah, that was probably our most creative out of all the whole media day. So
Hey, there you go.
I can't even take
telling
credit for that.
We do it different, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We actually had a lot of people like that. We actually had a news reporter say that like you should try out for the news someday if
You know,
you
it's
know.
fun. I had so many people like tell me that. I had coaches, like teachers, everybody.
Really?
tell me, yeah, really.
Oh wow.
So that's, yeah, I think I might have to.
So we made you famous.
That's essentially, yes, that's what I'm hearing.
I just wanted you to give us a compliment.
Hey, credit where credit's due. I'll give the credit. I like it.
Okay, bet.
I
He's
think-
being
I
a
think
lot
it-
nicer on the show than he was
All
when
right,
we
that's
were
not
off air.
true.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
true.
He said I was LARPing earlier.
You said I was LARPing first. I was just giving it back.
Yeah, we'll get into that later because
LARP.
that might be a question.
We
That actually might be a question later.
all right, bet.
Okay. Okay, we went to film a road trip episode for Fayetteville this year, and I overheard some of your teammates call you Mr. SEC.
No.
Are you really Mr. SEC without the fits? You know what I'm talking about? Like the frat fits and stuff like that? The SEC
Oh, as in
fits?
like, oh yeah, the SEC. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I like a little Peter Millar a little bit. You know, I can't
Mm-hmm.
say that that's really. I'll throw on a nice little polo. You know, I don't mind it, but
Okay.
definitely not Mr. SEC. I hate that nickname. It's terrible. I get mad when people call me that. because it's terrible. But I think that, yeah, definitely.
How did that start?
So I think it was after, I kind of got the Arkansas offer last summer, and I guess, everyone's like, because SEC football is the best. I mean, it doesn't get better. So I guess someone was just like,
who needs the ACC?
AC Big Ten anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
who? They're still around?
Independence too, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that was for you right there.
Jeez.
Shots fired. And so I think someone was just like, oh my gosh, Mr. SEC, just trying to be like funny and glazed, but at first it was kind of funny, but then like low key everyone started saying it, and I'm just not a fan of that. So
you should just say they're your fangirls back, even though, just throw the shade back at them.
Throw the shade back at them. I might have to, because it's like I think someone called me that this morning.
Really?
Like it's every day.
Oh, sorry. It seems like a touchy subject we brought up here.
You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. SEC's kind of cool. Okay. Answer truthfully.
Hey, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Mm-hmm. You say that now. Okay. You once told us that you would sing at our talent show.
I did say this.
Yes, you did. Okay, good. You remember.
I do remember this. I do.
Okay. But instead, we had you draw from a cup, and we had you guys get creative. But if you would have still sang for the talent show, could you give us a little example of what that would have sounded like?
Like right here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not prepared. I got to think of like a good song. I don't know. I might just have to sing Purple Rain low key, just because like.
We've got time. This is edited.
All right. Let me lock in. I was not prepared to like do this. I came into that day thinking I was gonna have to sing, so I was ready, but I'm not ready right now. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, how long do I have to sing for? Can it just be like 5 seconds?
10 seconds. I'll count it on here. Okay.
Okay, bet.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain. Purple rain. Doon. It's the guitar and it's all the other stuff. And then it goes.
That was such a cop-out. I feel like you were trying.
How was that a cop-out?
I don't think you were trying to sing.
Well, I can't sing it like actual, because Prince is like Prince, and like Prince can hit it. But if I hit it, I'm gonna like disrespect Prince's legacy.
You never know.
So.
You could have had a secret talent. You could have belted out right now and be like, I just did that.
Yeah, I guess.
We would have called you Mr. SEC for that. We'd been like, he can sing.
Oh, I'll have to keep that one. I'll have to keep that one.
Yeah, next year on the Hogs, please. Like, you need to. I heard there's like a rookie talent show, so
is it really?
I don't know, but keep that in your back pocket.
I'll be like Aiden Hutchinson and sing Billie Jean in front of the whole team.
Oh, good.
Like what he did.
Good gracious. I'm actually praying that for you. I would love for you to do that.
Oh, no, I would not.
There are a lot of iconic football movies, like Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, Rudy.
Rudy's fake. Did you know that?
You know what? I know some scenes are fake in it, but you know what? It's a great movie. It made me want to go to Notre Dame. Like,
have you ever listened to what Joe Montana has to say about Rudy?
No.
If not, you should look into it, just by the way.
You're such a fake fan. Just let me have this.
Huh?
I love Rudy. It's like what I play before every Notre Dame football game. I love that movie.
So a fabricated movie that's like not even true?
They're all fabricated in some way.
Yeah, but like Joe Montana, like they're like all of his teammates like allegedly hate him. Did you know this? Like they don't associate with Rudy because they were like like that movie because I guess that team was like really good and like Rudy like took away the shine from the whole team and it was like a scrub.
Okay, well all I have to say is then they shouldn't have carried him off the football field.
He said they did that as a prank. He said
that's so mean.
You didn't know that? They said that he did it as like that they were like pranking him and it was the pranksters on the team that lifted him up. True story.
What? That's so mean, Joe.
And that's like the GOAT.
This is like someone that ruined Christmas morning. That's so upsetting.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
Anyway, back to the question. That's so dumb you know that. Anyway, but what would you say is the worst depiction of like a football player in a TV show or movie?
As in like just terrible, like no good?
Yeah. Like you were like, that won't be me. That can't be me.
I'm gonna say probably Ryan Gosling and Remember the Titans, because he was like a liability in the secondary. And when like Cheryl, she's like, he's out there getting beat like molasses, and then the dad's all mad. Yeah, Ryan Gosling, he was definitely a liability in the secondary.
Wow. So you would say that in an iconic movie?
I think you have to look. That's like the
That's
iconic
valid.
like poster boy like trash football player. But like everyone overlooks it because it's Ryan Gosling, but it's like, well, back in high school he was getting fried.
Okay, honestly, that's kind of a double whammy. I kind of like that answer. Yeah. Ooh, this one's a good question.
My good or your good?
Both. I think both of us think this is a great question.
We'll see.
Okay, what Razorback era do you aspire to recreate? Like, what era of Razorback football do you like, oh, if, when I play for Arkansas, like, if I could recreate this era?
Probably the late 90s and then the 2000s with Coach Nutt.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the 60s, with Coach Broyles. I think it was the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. The 1980s with Quinn Grovey were a good era. So
no Lou Holtz in there?
Lou Holtz? Well, shoot. Yeah, I mean, you got to give Lou Holtz credit. 78 Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, have to. That would be if we can go back to the Orange Bowl and win it, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I would feel like where we, have we shake hands on is Lou Holtz was coach at both Notre Dame and Arkansas.
I can give
so
credit where let's do it.
Yeah.
We got some common ground.
Yeah, that's our common ground right there.
Love it.
Like last year's game was the Lou Holtz Bowl, essentially.
Yeah, but last year's game, I don't know if we talk about that around here too much. Well, I'll let you have that one. That's your win.
Thank you. That was, anyway, one of the best days of my life. Okay. In 7A, Springdale and FHS are both the Bulldogs. If one team could keep the mascot, what would you decide to see who gets to keep it?
You got to think, like, this is, like, important. Like, this is, like, everything.
Like a sing-off, like a like in Pitch Perfect, and they do like the rip-off kind of thing.
I'm going to pretend, I'm going to LARP like I know Pitch Perfect, but I have no idea what that is.
Again, with the LARPing, that word is
she
terrible.
started it. Yeah, she brought it up. But I will say, okay, now I'm going to do a little history right here. So what we could do, because you know about how they dropped the marshmallows on the field. Mm-hmm. And so what we could do is both could drop like the marshmallows.
Yeah.
You know how there's a circle around like the logos?
Yeah.
However many marshmallows land in the circle from both schools, whoever has the most, that's what you do.
Wait, that's kind of interesting.
Is that awesome? That's
yeah.
Great. I think you have to do that.
Wait, actually, yeah, because you would have to have accuracy and like talent.
And it's coming from the air, so like
it would have to be the players though. Like it would have to be like y'all. It couldn't be like the schools itself. It'd have to be like. So
we're gonna get like the captains up on the helicopter and just dump the marshmallows.
Yeah, or like add a little crane onto the whatchamacallit.
I like it. Let's do it. That's awesome.
Like what's it called? The thing of the drone. Just add a little crane to the drone,
yep.
and you have to drop it.
Hey, I like it. I feel like that's a fair way to do it.
Okay, back to the LARPing thing. Listen, it's not fair, okay, to just say LARPing because one of my favorite documentaries is about Notre Dame versus Miami, and I was like, I love the Catholics versus Convicts shirt, and Will, who is not even a Notre Dame fan, has the Catholics versus Convicts shirt.
I'm just a fan of ball.
You're LARPing having that shirt. Only fans need to have that shirt.
Now here's my argument. I said two things could be true. Yes, that is like a Notre Dame thing, but I feel as if you've watched the documentary and if you just love good ball, like that's a great kind of piece of college football like history to have. Like that's like a cool like kind of thing to own. I feel like that's one of those common things where like even if you're not like a Notre Dame or Miami fan, like you can still like have that. You know what I mean?
No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. He's LARPing having that shirt. That should be mine. I need to have that.
I told you I would send you the link, but you was the one that was hating.
I'm not hating. It's just like, how do you have that? You don't even like them.
Hey, I like the documentary, though. That's where I learned it. And
okay.
Now, let me ask you this. Have you watched the You documentaries?
Yes, I have.
Okay, because I have a bunch of times, and they talk about Notre Dame a lot. So I was just like, well, that's where I first saw it. And then I was like, well, let me go watch this one. It was like a follow-up.
Okay, well, then let me ask you this.
Bet.
Last year, during an interview with Will Caston here on our prep rally road
Uh-oh.
trip. On our prep rally
Now, we
road
don't
trip
have to
about
bring this up.
oh, we do about Fayetteville. He was wearing a Notre Dame football shirt, mind you. Notre Dame and Arkansas played each other for the first time 2 weeks later, and this man's had already verbally committed to the Hogs. And dude,
that's not true.
and dude wears Notre Dame.
That is
No,
not true.
he's in our video.
Let me explain myself. So, first of all, I was not committed at that time yet. I had not committed. I was still just a recruit. And let me clarify. I did not know they were coming. So I just worn that shirt to school because it was like a cool shirt. And I was like, all right, bet this looks sweet. And so I pull up, I walk down to go to practice, and she's standing outside with the camera. And then she was just like, she asked me to do the interview. And so I was like, all right, that's cool. I would love to, do the interview. That'd be awesome. And then she hits me with the, she's a Notre Dame fan and all. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, then you must like the t-shirt. But I never said I was a Notre Dame fan, though. I just had the shirt because it was it was a cool shirt. Was a cool shirt. It's not a cool shirt anymore. I got to give me an Arkansas version of that. Go Hogs all the way. I've been a
He
Razorback.
says that now. He wore the shirt in the video.
Now, here's what she's leaving out. You were there the week before. Interviewing other people. So I thought that was the only time you were interviewing. So I didn't think anything of it. And so when I walked down there, she was standing right there. And then she asked me to interview, so I wasn't prepared. I didn't know. No one gave me a heads up, a hey. I didn't get a DM. I didn't get anything. I was just right there.
You're so LARPing and lying right now.
Hey, we decided to tell the truth, so that's actually not
I'm
true.
telling the truth.
And
You're
I'm telling
not.
the truth. I promise you I'm telling the truth.
Okay. We had you do your best Spider-Man pose on social media. Do you think you could ever play Spider-Man on screen, knowing, how good you obviously did that?
Probably not. Because I feel like Spider-Man, what does he really bring to the table? You know what I mean?
Valid.
Like, you think about Batman, Superman, Iron Man,
Yeah.
And it's just Spider-Man.
You could be the first ever football Spider-Man.
For real? So, if the quarterback's running, just hit him with that right there, and then he'll just pause, that's a free sack.
Yeah,
Or if the ball's in the air, just right there, and then pause it up.
Wait, yeah, if anyone from Hollywood is watching this, that's an original screenplay.
That's a great screenplay.
Yeah.
Don't take any credit for that unless you cast me as the lead.
Yeah, copyrighted right here.
I was going to say, it's got us. Hey, so who are you going to play then if this was to be a thing?
If this was to be a thing, I'd probably be probably reporter. If it's a football Spider-Man movie, I feel like I'd be the reporter under, it kind of be like a Superman, twist or whatever. I feel like it'd be me and then our, camera crew in there as prep rally, and we'd be trying to figure out who Spider-Man is on the football field. We know it's one of the FHS players. We just need to figure out who.
Hey, I feel like that's a great idea.
Hey, yeah.
We need to talk to somebody about making that happen.
I know. Well, no one can take it. It was on our show first. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully our producer is Marshall ready. We have a special guest to come on the show.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Athletes are known to lie about their height. Tell us how tall you are.
6'2".
Is that true?
That is true. That is true.
Well, we have Marshall here who's going to measure you to see if you're lying or if you're telling the truth.
Confident. I feel good about it.
Okay.
No, I gotta stand up.
Yeah, you gotta stand up. You gotta stand up for this. Yeah.
It's gonna go right up to the top of the hair. I'm getting.
How tall is he, Marshall?
Let's see. I'm gonna say he's 6'1.5".
No, you can't round. Okay, now I will say, last time I went to the doctor, I was 6'1 3/4".
Last time I went to the doctor after he said 6'2", so confidently, 6'1.5".
I was 6'1 3/4". I want to get a check on that measurement. I don't think that was a official regulated measurement.
That's pretty official.
I call cap.
No, you confident? No, because you didn't think we were gonna measure you.
No, because if I didn't think I would have said 6'3".
Stop.
I did do that one time. I put back sophomore year maybe.
Yeah.
And I was probably at that point I was probably 6'1", 180 maybe. I put 6'3", 210 in my Twitter bio, and I just thought it was just a great LARP. But I swear, don't let them fool you. I am 6'2". I can't.
The tape
confirm.
measure says different.
That
we
needs
have
to
the
be
video
checked.
right here on my
That
phone.
needs- and if that ever hits Prep Rally Sports Instagram, I will be very offended.
You were on our show right
Huh?
now.
That's gonna be
it
on
wouldn't be
there?
on there? Yes.
Oh my gosh! I want to get that checked.
It was. You need to get your height checked at the doctor again because it's 6'1.5".
Hey, that's not true.
That is true. Watch him say for like the hogs, it's gonna like say 6'2" on his thing, and then
I'm 6'2".
No, you're not.
I am 6'2".
no, it's gonna say 6'2" on his thing at the hogs next year, and then we're just gonna send them a DM and be like, I proved it different.
But that's
like,
okay. Now let me. Now is 6'1.5"? Is that closer to 6'1" or 6'2"?
it's in the middle.
So it's 6'2". You
No,
round
you
up.
can't round
Hey,
up.
I took a bunch of math classes. I learned you round up.
Clearly haven't graduated yet, so you don't know.
From
Bro.
what I've learned so far, from Mr. Myrick, you round up. So that's just what you got to do.
No, you don't round up on that, but nice try though.
6'2".
I will say though, to totally call ourselves out though, we did say 6'2" on one of our Instagram videos for you, but that's because we did look you up and it said 6'1", so we were generous and we put 6'2".
Oh, you were generous. You were generous. Generous would have been 6'3", 6'3.5".
I thought 6'2" was generous because it said you were 6'1", and I was like, all athletes lie about their height.
That's just cap.
Let me just put 6'2" on there. No, it's not cap. Our producer
all right,
saw me do it.
But 6'1" is not 6'1.5" though. 6'1" is 6'1". 6'1.5", 6'1.5". If
We're gonna have people vote on this because it's just such cap.
We can't. It'll
No,
put 6. I
no.
can't get it. Why are you exposing me like this? Like this is not chill.
No, at the games, no one's gonna. I'm not gonna call you Mr. SEC. I'm gonna call you Mr. 6'1.5".
Like this is terrible. I've been set up. I continue every time I come here. I get set up.
That's so not true.
Every time in your presence, you set me up.
This is like the 5th time he's been here. So by now, I think he knows. He just thinks that every time he's just, I don't know, maybe you have a nice perspective of us that we're going to be different each
I think
time.
this one's going to be the one. This is going to be the one. They're not going to do me wrong. It's going to be awesome. And then, no.
Well, when you get to college, we'll be a lot more respectful, But that's because they check our questions before we ask you anything.
And I'm gonna call you out in front of the in the press conference. It's gonna go viral all over Twitter and Instagram.
You're going to have such a shield protecting you. I can't ask you anything in college.
No, you can. I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm not gonna be as upset as I am right now. You got to be professional.
Yeah, that's why we're harping on you now because, in the big leagues,
They're ruthless. They'll ask you anything.
Yeah,
But, I mean, shoot,
they're mean. We're not mean. We're just like rage baiting, which is different.
And it's words. Now you didn't get me. You didn't get me until that right there. That got me. I fell for it.
Well, I knew that would get you.
I felt. I'm seeing red right now. That got for it. That. Sure.
Well, Will, it's been so much fun having you on the show today. I had fun. You probably didn't.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, great.
Up until like 5 minutes ago.
Well, we're so excited for this season and then honestly just to see you play for the Hogs next year. So everyone, Will Caston on Prep Rally Podcast, and make sure you follow us on Instagram to see all the reels from today. And yeah, this is Prep Rally. Prep Rally Sports is your home for everything high school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Make sure to follow our newsletter, and you can follow us along on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Prep Rally Sports. And make sure you also watch our road trip series on YouTube, where we cover some of the best athletes and teams in the state. And for all the latest sports coverage, you can follow along on nwaonline.com or the River Valley Democrat-Gazette.com. We'll see you guys next time.